Check 2, 3, sounds good to me. Check in the microphone.
There's a hit right there.
Yeah, I do that actually every night.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, because I got tired of saying check 1, 2.
It is the all-new Y'all 106.7. I'm Eryn, and we are in the studio with Max T. Barnes this morning. Good morning, Max.
Morning, Eryn. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. Well, yes, it is. It's a little overcast, but it's a beautiful day because you're here.
Oh, thank you. It's muggy, but we can handle it.
Yes. Well, Max, you have announced something so exciting. We have VernFest, celebrating Vern Gosdin and his incredible music. That's coming up on August 4th at the Troubadour Theatre here in Nashville. What can we expect from this incredible festival?
Chaos.
Love it.
It's going to be great. August 4th, 7:30 at the Texas Troubadour Theatre, like you said. All our VIP tables are sold out, but there's still tickets available, and you can bring your kids if you want to.
Family friendly.
And you don't have to if you don't want to. But it's going to be fun. It's Vern Gosdin. A lot of people know the name Vern Gosdin from great hit songs like the one my dad wrote, Chiseled in Stone, which was a CMA Song of the Year. And Vern was he was such a great singer and unique that his peers nicknamed him The Voice, if that tells you anything. Great country singer, and a lot of heads now are nodding out there in the radio land. He just had a smooth voice. He had like 40 big hits, and we're celebrating the music of Vern Gosdin, who passed away some years ago, but his music's still alive.
Exactly. Now, we're going to dive into your incredible resume in a second because holy cow, but you have 50 cuts with Vern. You and your dad, right?
My dad, Max D. Barnes, was a songwriter too. He's passed on, and he and Vern wrote tons of songs together, hits. And I came along after Dad, and my name is Max T. Barnes.
Yep.
So think D for Dad.
D for Dad.
That's what my wife says, and T is for trouble. And that works out well, but he was the one who had all the cuts with Vern, and my dad and I wrote one together. It was my first hit that I wrote when I was 19.
When you were 19,
yeah.
Yes.
Called Way Down Deep.
Oh, my gosh, yes. So clearly you have so much to thank Vern for giving you that first hit. All these years later, when you think back to how that all unfolded, and now you're here going to celebrate Vern's incredible life and his music. What makes now the right time to start VernFest? And
that's a great question. I have no idea, but I do think back upon that writing that first song. I was 19, 20 years old when it came out, and I thought, man, this is easy. So, and I guess it was when my dad, of course, helped me. And we wrote that together and opened all the doors for me. So I really celebrate the pioneers who moved here on their own and did that, because I didn't. My dad moved us down here. But as far as doing it now, I think, country music is dear to most people. And the traditional country music, or what some call real country music, people, there's a hole in the world the size of country music. So if we can get more country music out there, it'll be great. And I hear people complaining, country music no more. Well, if you don't come to the show, you can't complain.
There you go. Exactly. Now, not in addition to working with Vern, your resume is insane. Alabama, Diamond Rio, Randy Travis, Dee Messina. My goodness.
Well, you're kind. We had a good run there in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, and that's all I've ever done for a living is write songs. So it's been a lot of fun. It's the best job you can have. For 30 years, I was signed with, this company or that, and writing songs. It was a lot of fun. And besides that, I came up as a lead guitar player, playing on the road for different ones. Linda Davis, I used to play on the road with her, and we'd travel with Reba and Garth Brooks and all these people. And Linda is going to join us at VernFest to sing Way Down Deep, my first song, because she sings that on the Opry anyway.
Oh, that'll be so special.
Yeah, I'll run into her like out on a weekend. She'll go, I just came off the Opry. I sang your song. It's like, oh, cool. So we've got lots of great guests. We've got Linda Davis. We've got Johnny Rodriguez. We've got Ken Mellons. We've got Billy Tarkington. Kelli Johnson. I mean, it's tons of them. Go out there, search VernFest.com on the interweb, and you'll come up with all places to buy tickets and lots of information.
Mm-hmm. Now, as someone who has been writing, touring, playing since you were 19 or 20, and you've been doing it for so long, what is one part of that puzzle that you have found yourself modifying the most, or that maybe you even have come to enjoy the most that maybe even you didn't like at first?
Different times have been different things.
Yeah.
I used to love being, playing guitar on the stage.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big ham anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fun. And then I came off the road when the songwriting got good, and I stayed home for many years. And, maybe the last 10 years I'm back doing stage shows with my band, traveling around the country, around the world. We're going to Ireland in October for about a month. And probably singing live, getting to meet the people. That's my part I love the most, is shaking everybody's hands. And it's just a lot of fun.
I have been dying to talk to you about Ireland. I know you're a big Ireland guy. I studied there my senior year of college. I was in Dublin and Galway. And I loved going out. We went to Dingle as well. Oh my gosh, we used to watch the sunset at like 10 p.m. in the summer by the Long Walk in Galway. That was probably my favorite experience that we did.
And all that. Galway's. I've been all over Ireland. The last 7 or 8 years, I have been over there, lived over there during the summer.
You have a house out there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when COVID came, we let that go because who knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
there. But,
sure.
But we're going back for the first time in 3 years, which is crazy because I've lost I used to know everything about Ireland, all the counties, all the sections, and all the towns, because I've been to every one of them. But I've lost my geographic map in my head of where everything is again. But I've got tons of great friends there. And if you've never been to Europe or Ireland especially, Ireland is the place to go. The people are so friendly.
And the music and the writing for songwriting out there is so strong and vibrant too.
There's lots of great storytellers, and walk into any pub and there'll be a fiddle player and a guitar player just playing just amazing stuff. Singing songs, and it's funny, like nobody claps. They just get done with a song and they have a sip of their Guinness.
And then they keep going.
Yeah. How long were you over there?
I was there for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I was there longer. We crammed a lot into that amount of time, but I was out there studying film festivals. We went to the Galway Film Fleadh, and then I was also studying Irish archaeology.
Film Fleadh. Now explain what the people what a fleadh is.
Yes. The Fleadh is the film festival, but it's spelled like Flead, Fleadh.
Yes.
Very...
So
doesn't make any sense, but
you're an Ireland insider now. You know
Ooh.
lingo.
No, that was so fun. We saw something like 50 films in the span of 6 days. It was unreal.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Galway, Dublin's Dublin, but it's kind of like when my Irish friends say, when I say, "Have you ever been to America or the United States?" They go, "Oh yeah, I've been to New York." It's like, well, you haven't been to the United States.
Yep.
And Dublin's kind of that way.
Yeah.
If you just go to Dublin, you're not going to see Ireland.
Exactly.
All of Ireland, because it's, it's so rich and different, as you know.
Mm-hmm. So with being the incredible songwriter that you are.
Oh yeah, we're back to VernFest.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Well, it'll all come full circle. Believe me.
Right.
Being the incredible songwriter that you are, I love picking the brains of songwriters because I feel like it's such a niche and special world that you live in. When you're a hit songwriter, I think you're like the vice president. You get all of the notoriety, you get the specialties of the job, and you get the nice house if you're successful. But you don't have to be as public, and you get a little bit more privacy.
That's the best explanation I've ever heard.
I feel like you still get all of the perks of being a performer and an artist, which you still are, but you're the vice president, so you're still just as cool, but you don't have as much work to do sometimes.
You get to live in the Naval Observatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's very, very rare in my career or life that I've ever, like in the old days when you write a check and they'll recognize your name or something like that. But I'll tell you a funny story. One time I went into this KFC and...
I like it already.
I went in this KFC and this girl behind the counter. There's only a couple of them back there, and she looks at me and she yells at her friend in the back. She says, "Hey, look who it is!" And if folks, this ain't TV, but you got to know I look a little bit like Colonel Sanders. And she said, and I told her, I said, "I'll have a chicken wing dinner or whatever." She goes, "Am I supposed to charge you?" I said, "No." I said, "Yeah, I'm not Colonel Sanders." But
that's
so
amazing.
I don't get recognized as being a celebrity like a lot of my friends, Collin Raye and all those guys.
Sure.
They get hounded, and it's because the people love them.
Yeah, of
but
course.
You're right. Yeah, I don't have to do that.
That must be so nice. Do you love that?
Well, I've never had the other part, so yeah, I imagine that would be, Now I'm gonna thank my lucky stars. You put it perfectly. I'm like the vice president.
There you are, Vice President Max T. Barnes. Incredible. As we wrap up here, and we're so excited to come out to VernFest again, family friendly. Everybody should come out on August 4th. What is the greatest contribution you think Vern made to country music?
Another great question. Vern had some really great ballads, a bunch of them, and I'm not saying this because my dad wrote them with him, but he and Vern wrote, "If you're gonna do me wrong, do it right." They wrote "Chiseled in Stone," "Do You Believe Me Now," "This Ain't My First Rodeo," "That Just About Does It, Don't It," and all those were hits. And then, of course, Vern and Buddy Cannon, some other guys wrote "Set 'Em Up, Joe." Everybody loves that song. And I can tell by the way you dance, which I think was his only #1 song. But, gosh, his voice is great, and it still stands the test of time. The songs really do, too. So if you love real country music, come out to this Vern Fest. And I think it might turn into a yearly thing. The feedback has been really, really, really good.
Incredible. Well, the freshly inaugurated Vice President Max T. Barnes, thank you so much for coming to Y'all 106.7.
Thank you, Eryn.